Hey guys, welcome back for another episode of Dash's Call, one of the two podcasts on broad culture. And today, while some may find it interesting, a lot of people are probably going to find it really boring because I'm going to be talking about the first day of classes. And hey, there's some interesting parts to it, other parts just straight up nonsense. I mainly had to start by running around, and we get to that. But as always, beginning segment to this show, as always, song of the week. And this week's song of the week is "Until the End" by Breaking Benjamin. I couldn't really figure out any new songs that came out, but I decided I was going to go with something that really had my attention for the past week, and that was "Until the End." Whenever Breaking Benjamin had performed at St. Jude's because they've been campaigning to raise money for them, and a lot of the proceeds from their tour and donations have gone to them. And I think it is a great cause that they're supporting. I think you should support it too. And "Until the End" is one of those songs I really didn't think much about. Like the first time I heard it was at their concert I went to back in December, but then I started like I heard the acoustic version, and now I really like the original version. So that's in my head, and good song. So you should definitely check it out. Okay, so getting into it, I was led on a wild goose chase because you know how there's just Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. That basically happened because I had to fill out some paperwork for my new job, and I had to fill out I-9, fill out payroll, all that good stuff. And then I was trying to get a new renewed parking permit, but systems were down at the place where I got to do that, so it's all wonky. Uh, Something that I kind of got easily singled out in one of my classes because it's a foreign language class, and the way that my real last name got pronounced didn't it didn't agree with the Japanese pronunciation. Mm-mm. That made me awkward. I had people staring at me. I didn't know how to answer. And my instructor, she did. Was like, is it pronounced? You're gonna have to choose between two pronunciations. Do you want it pronounced this way or that way? I'm like, can I hear those pronunciations again? And she did, and I'm like, these two sound the fucking same. I just went with the first one. And so that was very, very awkward. A nice funny thing that happened was whenever I went to my other class, I actually ran into people I had class with last year. That's a nice thing. Evidently, whenever I got to have lunch, apparently the Angry Jesus Man returned. But if you don't know who the Angry Jesus Man is, it's an open air preacher that always appears on uh, our campus where John, Spencer, and Hal and I go to. And it's really a crazy story how the Angry Jesus Man has come. Because the first time I really saw any notoriety towards the Angry Jesus Man was 2 years ago in 2017 when the Angry Jesus Man came, and oh my lord, he caused a lot of shit. Like he was saying stuff like saying that a woman deserved rape if she is dressing provocatively or some shit like that, which obviously we all know that that's not true. It's never a victim's fault. And it caused a lot of campus uproar that was bad. I'm pretty sure that had he continued, there probably would have been the cops called in. I'm pretty sure, but luckily the situation got handled. And it really did cause a debate on free speech. That's just, I'm just reporting news. I'm not saying any opinion on this. But, and there were even people there waving Nerve Pride flags, and um, there are even people playing jazz on their trombones, which I don't know why. I should have grabbed my saxophone from back home that I haven't played in years because I made me hate it in high school band. But should have grabbed the saxophone and play the song that everyone who went to high school with me hates, which is Careless Whisperer. It would have been absolutely perfect. And then my ex-girlfriend at the time, she was like, "Why don't you wear my pride shirt?" And I'm like, "Could be a good idea, but I've got another idea instead." Then again, that never did work out because after one meeting with her, we split. Shitty relationship, I know. Because my relationships don't last worth a dick. That's like the one interesting part of the day. And then I started my new job today. And I sat behind a computer basically doing nothing. I was listening to the new Dave Chappelle special. That was hilarious. I have no idea what I'm going to do. But I don't have much really. I mean, I held off purposely from the usual Friday thing that I did whenever I started doing this again, but now it's back to the deal that I'm just going to do it whenever I can do it. I'm not busy. That just seems to be the whole deal. It's sort of been a pissy day. Not gonna lie. Um, I met with Spencer earlier today, but I think we can all agree about the angry Jesus man that sometimes they say the wrong things. In my opinion, I'm going to say this once, and I'm not going to push this because I know how there is a thing on opinions. But if you ever want to bring someone to your side, never use fear or hate. Always use love. After all, Martin Luther King Jr. made a quote about that. And it was after that incident back in 2017 that Angry Jesus Man started getting memed by all the shit posting pages. It's kind of funny. And now we take it less seriously and we just joke, hey, like we're like, hey, the angriest Jesus man is there. And whenever I got told this, especially on the first day, I'm like, well, it is the first day of classes, and it can't be the first day of classes without the angry Jesus man. Usually he swings by on Tuesdays, but this is a surprise. What else can be said? Tomorrow, Godzilla King of the Monsters comes out to Blu-ray, so I highly recommend you watch it. It will never be a waste of your time. I am pumped. Because like I said, I saw it in theaters back in one of my last videos. It's absolutely fucking great. Yes. I really don't have much left to say, so this is going to be one of those short episodes. I can say this. Reaction videos will come soon whenever I can find videos to react to that I haven't seen yet. Keyword, yet. Because last week, John and I got into a debate as to who should have done the reaction video to ERB's Jacques Cousteau versus Steve Irwin. Originally, I wanted to do everything. It was like, Steve Irwin was my hero. And I was like, I'm going to let you do that. I'll go ahead and listen to it so that I disqualify myself from doing a reaction video on it. So he did, and that was that. Yeah, I will do a reaction video. Nothing much is on this episode. I just figured I'd talk about how this day went on the first day of classes and Angry Jesus Man. That's probably going to end up being the title now. Either way, there's like, oh, and I did meet my roommates. They are very cool people. And I managed to possibly convert them to Mortal Kombat 11. Because if there's any game I follow religiously, it's Mortal Kombat. There's no other game that can compare to Mortal Kombat. If you told me to choose between two of the biggest games in history, let's say it's Mortal Kombat and Grand Theft Auto, I'm going with Mortal Kombat every time. However, if you're going Grand Theft Auto versus Assassin's Creed, you bet your ass I'm going to Grand Theft Auto. Assassin's Creed is pretty good. It's a fun game, but it doesn't have the same level of fun as Grand Theft Auto. That and Assass- Grand Theft Auto has had more well-received games than Assassin's Creed did, because about half of Assassin's Creed games didn't get good reception from the consumers. Meanwhile, GTA, you can basically bank on it being a success. Hell, Grand Theft Auto 5 is still one of the top-selling games right now, and that is amazing. Otherwise, I got nothing else to talk about. I'm just rambling on. But that is how the cookie crumbles. I know I was stuff. I don't know how I want to feel about the new Dark Crystal series, which was the Age of Resistance. I don't know how to feel about that whatsoever. Um, there are tons of stuff. Oh, Big Mouth. Big Mouth is a big one. Season 3 of Big Mouth is coming out October 4th, and I'm excited. And that just reminds me of a old convo I had with one of my best friends, significant others. Because one of my best friends down here, she introduced me to Big Mouth. And so I got into it. And then season 2 came out last year, and I was trying to get her to watch it, but she kept putting it off. This is a big contrast. I put off work, she puts off entertainment. Like, I'll watch a lot of shows before I actually get work done. She'll get work done before she does anything. I'm like, you need to fucking watch this even when you have the time. And I started giving away spoilers, and her boyfriend hunted me down on Messenger, and we got into the most hilarious conversation ever, because it was a battle of who can make who awkward. Because it started out, he was serious about spoilers, because a lot of people I know don't like spoilers. Meanwhile, I don't give a shit about spoilers. And then I decided, you know what? I'm going to be an asshole today. I'm going to try and make him awkward. And then he tries to make me awkward too, and it was a good warm up. And meanwhile, my best friend is on the sidelines watching this all, well, hearing this all go down, and it's a hilarious story. I'm not gonna um I'm not gonna read the conversation on here. No, that's a bit awkward. It's too funny. It's more of an inside joke thing that would be considered funny to everyone else. It's crazy. Okay, now I've run out of stuff to talk about. On another note, whenever I was at work today, I tried using my customer service voice, because you know how some people, like me who has that serial killer stare, has that just generally can't care about the world voice. And let's just say the customer service voice was even worse. Because, like, one person I knew, he was like, that sounded creepy as hell. I'm like, I was trying to use my customer service voice. He's like, you sound like a creeper who wanted to stalk someone. I'm like, I feel that would have been my normal voice. They're like, no, it would have been a lot better. Like, geez. If it really is, I must change my name to Hannibal. And they're like, yeah, you're more of a Ted. I was like, huh, I thought I was more of a Jeffrey. Yeah, I make some stupid jokes. But if you want to hear some very provocative jokes that are funny from a respected comedian, it's Dave Chappelle. I didn't think I would get into Dave Chappelle until I saw the one video called, oh wait, no, that was Chris Rock. Now, where am I thinking? I know I've seen Dave Chappelle first in Robin Hood Men in Tights, but I didn't think to start getting into him until he had those comedy specials that started releasing on Netflix. And he's better than Kevin Hart, to be real, because I could never get into Kevin Hart. I can get into Dave Chappelle. I can sort of get into Rafi May. Not always get into Ron White. But that's about it. And it's time for me to stop rambling because this is the boring episode that you're watching, that you just watched, where you just hear me ramble on and on and on, and I know how you feel. So I am going to shut up now. So remember, if you like this video, give it a like, which I doubt because I just ramble for fuck's sake. And just make sure you give our channel a follow because that's that. So we'll see you next time.